my day off. We are at the motocross track and we are testing some knobby tires for big adventure bikes.
Okay, look at these bikes. They're big, they're heavy, they're massive. You can't ride them in off-road without having these tires. And we choose the Michelin Anakee Wild and the Continental Twinduro
Or TKC 80.
But before talking about off-road, let's start with the street use. Because we used both these tires for more than 2,000 miles on the road.
Yeah, we've switched bike, we've tested them in all conditions. Hard braking, cornering, and even some fast straights.
Okay, let's start with the hard braking test. Let's watch it first.
Didn't expect that, yes. So we were also a bit surprised by the performance of the new Michelin Anakee Wild. A bit surprising, yes? You didn't expect that the Michelin to be better than the Conti.
Well, Michelin in their press release claimed that they have better grip than the Continental Twinduro, because the Continental Twinduro is their main rival in this class, in this segment. So these are the new ones, these are the old ones. The Conti Twinduro is the benchmark in the dual sport tires category. Yes, so I noticed that this one feel a bit stiffer on the road, and actually you got better braking.
Yeah, that's the main thing with them, because I think they are a bit harder, and under harsh condition, under hard braking, you get a better grip than from the Conti.
I also noticed that in cornering, this one feels more, let's say, stable.
Yeah, it's more accurate when curving a line than the Continental. I think the Continental has the tendency to slip a bit. It's like rubbery.
Yeah, they feel softer. They really feel softer on cornering and or hard braking. But on the other side, I don't like the front of the Michelin on the road, because even if you got better direction and good braking, it's very noisy.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's so loud. Well, it's not my kind of tire. I wouldn't choose that, because you have to wear earplugs if you're running with the...
Yeah, exactly. And if you just take your visor up,
you can hear them.
Yeah,
they are very loud.
They're very loud.
On the other hand, the Continental, it's not that loud. If you close the visor, it's bearable. You can run with it for many miles.
And another problem with the Michelin front is that it vibes. You can feel the vibes at low speed, you can feel the vibes at high speed. It's not, don't worry about it, it's not like they're very vibey, but you can feel it in the handlebar.
Yeah, but there's another thing, because we only have 2,000 miles on both tires, so this one, it's a bit more wear. It has more wear in 2,000 miles than the Michelin, so I think because it's harder, this is why you get the vibration. This one, it's almost roundy on the knobs, and maybe this is the reason that it's not...
Yeah, you can see that when grabbing the knobs.
When you're trying to move them, we've spotted that these ones are softer. They like move. Yeah, they're rubbery. That one is much more harder. The final decision in road use, in asphalt, is that the Michelin Anakee Wild, it's a bit better than the Continental. So we've tested them both in enduro.
Okay, so let's talk about the front end, first of all.
At first, I've tested the Anakee Wild because it's a new tire and I wanted to see what's happening with it. And I lack the front end feeling. It's not that stable, and you have to sustain it every time. You have to correct it. You don't get the feeling of the trail, and I think that's not a good thing in enduro. It's at the limit, I would say. It's far from perfect, but it's good. You can work with it. I love the feeling that I got from the Continental TKC 80 on the gravel and also on the bumpy roads over here, because it was more stable. I had direction. I was only worrying about the gas and the brakes. I didn't have to correct the steering, and that's a good thing in enduro.
What about the rear grip? What about the rear end?
Fortunately, both bikes have Enduro Pro mode, and I had the chance to test them on really harsh conditions, so I didn't spot any difference between them. They work just fine. They were pretty similar, I would say. Maybe a bit more traction from the Anakee Wild than from the Continental. But let's talk about the most important thing about these dual sport tires, because if you go on a long trip, you need them to last, yes?
Yeah, let's talk about the lifetime, because as far as I know, the Conti Twinduro has about 4,000 miles lifetime.
I think if you run it on asphalt, it might last a bit.
Yeah, it depends on the usage, it depends on the speed you have.
Yeah, I don't trust them very much because they are very soft. The knobs are soft, and I think they will wear faster than the ones, the Michelins.
We're not sure, we didn't test it, but Michelin says that they have a 50% more lifetime. We're not sure that it's 50%, but when looking at them, this usage, they might be better.
Better, yes. What tires would you choose for your bike, for your daily use and for your trips? If you were to choose between the Michelin Anakee Wild and this Continentals, what would you choose?
I would put some dual sport tires on my bike only when living in dual sport purposes, only when living on an adventure. I wouldn't use them daily. But if I were to use, I would choose the tire that offer me the best lifetime, because I didn't see such a big difference for the common users in enduro. Yeah, if you're an athlete, maybe you'd choose the Conti. But
yeah, we cannot talk about athletes on this kind of bikes, but for sure, if you are an enthusiast for enduro and you want to go outside and have trips on the gravel, I would say my choice would be with this front and the rear Michelin. I would take the one that offers me the most in direction-wise, because I love to slide with my rear, and I don't like worrying about losing the front. So this is my kind of tire. Okay. So it took us 2,000 miles to come to conclusion, and we want you to know that both tires had the same air pressure on both bikes.
Still, in the dual sport competition, it's not only Michelin and Conti. You also got the Mitas, you also got the Heidenau, also got the Messler. I tried the Heidenau and I tried the Mitas, and I must say that those tires are on the lifetime size.
Better than these ones, but they lack
performance.
Oh, that's a bad thing. So we had a good idea with this one.
Yeah, these ones have strong performance, both in off-road and both on street use. You can cut the corners almost like having a street tire.